Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Bro Flying.
T-Buggy, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. Yes, we are back. Best sports show on the planet. Gas presents sports for the culture. I'm tonight's host at Bryce XXV Double I. As always, I'm joined by the Dream Team. Top right, introduce yourself.
It's your boy D-Malo, and I just want to say, USA, USA. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, USA, USA, and fuck them other bum-ass countries, because they ain't got nothing on us. What our former president once said, them stink-ass places, they ain't got nothing on us. As long as you bleed red, white, and blue. Fuck every other place, and fuck where y'all coming from. USA, USA, USA. As my shirt represents an eagle with the word freedom. Let's go.
I was with you and see you just started coming for every other country on the planet. Like, that's crazy. Bottom screen, introduce yourself.
Hey, man, you know who it is. Your boy Young Rome 22 on all socials as always, man. Another great show lined up for y'all tonight. Gee, man, I gotta ask off the top, bro. You don't root for your home country? I mean, not that America's not your home country, but I have a lot of Hispanic friends outside of just you. They tend to, root for the flag that's waving on the inside of the crib. You don't have the same
Nah, fuck
setup.
all that. I'm American born, raised. I don't know nothing about that shit they talking about, man. Their food is good. That's about it. I rep that shit. Anything else, man, fuck out of here. I bleed this country. I don't know how to live their culture like that. I know about it. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it. That's my nationalities and whatnot. But my heritage is American. I eat, sleep America. I bleed this shit. My first language is English. Spanish comes second or whatever the fuck that shit is.
I'm not buying that part.
Y'all be fine, man. Most Hispanics ain't taller than 5'5". See, what y'all worried about?
English might be your third language. You might know another language we don't even know about.
He said, "I love America sometimes." Oh shit, that's wild.
That's funny, man. Your boy really did try to get his jump though. B, that's insane. Came for every country, like it's insane.
Hey fellas, this is the best time of the year. This and when the World Cup is playing, where like you gotta feel good about being from the country you're from. Don't get me wrong. I tend to root sometimes for Mexico, because that's still North America. But overall, I'm American.
Well, that was what I was asking, because a lot of people, even though it don't even got to be Hispanic, it's an interesting topic because in America we have a lot of people that are from other countries or their parents are from other countries, so it's very normal to see somebody here mostly cheer for the USA because that's what they relate to, but it's not. I have a friend from Ghana who what I'm saying, they'll cheer for other countries when they see them playing, so it's not too crazy.
All right, so here's the real question, though, Ron. G, let's just say, by the grace of God, you became athletically gifted overnight, right? Your amazing stature here. You were able to translate that into some sort of physical gift and some sort of success in a random Olympic sport. Let's go with I don't know. What would you do if you was an Olympian, man? You'd probably be one of those Greco wrestlers, one of them Roman Greco wrestlers.
You saw the Cuban kid. You saw the Cuban do that one in 5 years.
Yeah, he a dog. Well, let's just say you made it to that level, right? Let's just say you made it to that level. What country would you represent? You told me you gonna pull a Joel Embiid and represent America when you know your country needs you, bro.
But my country is U.S. All right.
Yeah, B, I was gonna say shot put too.
I'll be America all the time. Fuck you talking about? I ain't trying to get deported somewhere else. If I was in B did the right thing. He saw the writing on the wall. He's like, damn, if I play for France, how the fuck am I gonna come back to the States? Are they still gonna love me? Still gonna want me? Nah, I'm gonna play the US. I'm gonna put that shit right on my back.
You gonna need to because you're gonna need to because there's gonna be some people in the US that won't know which team you're on. So you gonna need to make it clear for them.
You seen the ping pong team, the girls? That's a whole Asian squad, Asian American. You know what I'm
True.
saying? If anything, America shows you one thing and one thing only. We're the most diverse country out of every other nation. And look
Well,
at
I mean,
our look at all our Olympians playing.
that's supposed to be the point of America, but some might not feel that way.
But those pricks could eat a whole bowl of, you know what I mean?
All right, man. Let's get into it. We already kind of getting into it a bit with this Olympic talk. Let's get into full blown Olympic talk though, man. It's been a fun. I guess it's been 11 days so far of
Yeah.
Olympic,
And
and
we're
it's been
up,
fun.
baby.
What's that?
We're up in gold and everything.
U.S. is up big in golds and total medal count for sure. To be expected. Like we're up pretty much every year. But there's been some impressive individual performances for sure, man. And I wanted to kind of highlight some of those. In the pre-show, we were talking about Noah Lyles and his performance. I feel a little invested in Noah Lyles' career right now. I did watch I believe it's called Sprint, the documentary on Netflix that profiled a few of the Olympic and World Championship runners, and Noah Lyles is one of those runners that they profiled. And watching him prepare for the World Championships and subsequently the Olympics was impressive. And you gotta like the energy he's bringing to the sport, a sport that doesn't get too much notoriety throughout the years before the Olympics. What y'all think of Noah Lyles' performance? What do you think about the photo finish? And were you aware of these rules in track before that photo finish? Rom, give your breakdown, man.
I was not fully aware of the torso rule is what I'm gonna call it. I did think that it was whatever body part crossed the line first. Um, So I mean, shout out to Noah Lyles for being locked all the way in with what you got to do to win, knowing when to dip and dipping at the right time to get the torso there first. But even looking at the photo finish, I wasn't even sure, man. So that's why they do photo finishes. And shout out to Noah Lyles, man, bringing home the gold for the USA.
Nah, for sure, man. Like that last second dip was crazy, man. Because I mean, literally gave him the win by fractions of a second. I was watching that one live, and I definitely thought the Jamaican dude won. Watching it live, like it looked like he just got there first, bro. Um, so then when both competitors were waiting for the scores to come out, and Noah Lyles was kind of telling him like, "Yeah, I think you got it." And then to see his reaction when the score came out was crazy, man. Those are the moments that the Olympics just makes the Olympics so unique. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that in like everyday sport, at least the way our sports are, where we're watching most of the sports we're watching aren't judge sports, right? They're points sports.
Right. So yeah, you see that coming from a mile away almost. But like, I see what you're saying because the surprise factor of like, dang, it looked like the Jamaican dude won, only to see the score later is very unique.
Yeah, like a similar thing happened in the floor exercise for the women's gymnastics. There was a Romanian girl who had won the bronze, bro, based off the scores. And the American team contested the scores, basically saying that there was an error made by the judges in scoring. And so they had to respect the contest. They go back and check that error, and it turns out that like the Americans were right. And the Romanian girl is on the freaking mat celebrating with her flag in her hand. They dropped the new score that shows the American won the third place medal. And then it's just like this Romanian girl literally has to just drop her flag out of her hand. Like, and the American girl,
Dang.
Jordan Childs, is going crazy celebrating, rightfully so. But it's just wild, man. Some of these moments that it creates. G, what do you think about the track and when Noah Lyles a W, man? You impressed?
Super, because I thought a Jamaican athlete was gonna win this because they've been dominating us. There've been other countries that have been dominating track and field compared to the U.S. in men's. Nonetheless, I didn't think he was gonna win. I didn't think much of this guy after he talked all that NBA crap, talking about world champion, this man. But I digress. I'm impressed. My man stood on business. Said, "Hold on, hold my watch. I'll be back." And look, he won gold for us. So shout out to my American boy, man. USA, USA, USA gave me more reason to keep on talking the shit about these other bum ass countries. Yo, step y'all shit up, man. Y'all can't see us in this race shit. I can't beat us no more. We got this.
Hey, last I checked, USA does have the most overall medals, right?
Yeah,
Right now, yes, we do.
and golds. Like we are big.
So let me ask you fellas this while we're talking Olympics, man. Like what matters the most to y'all? Having the most overall medals or having the most actual gold medals? Because to me, like it's one thing I want to win in both, to be honest. But it's one thing to say that, like we're dominating, we have the most medals by 5, 10 medals, whatever. But if we're down 3 or 4 in the gold, that's kind of meaningful.
I think that's the age-old question right there, right? I think people have been asking that one for like a long
Right.
time. What's more important? And it's crazy because like, what does each represent? I don't know. It's hard to call. I lean towards like medals, like general medal count being important because that means like if you could finish top 3 in the world at anything, that's impressive. Obviously, the gold is the most sought after, but I just think it's impressive at all to get a medal. So I would say the medals probably matters a little more to me.
I'm gonna agree with you, Bryce, on this one because I think if we have a lot of more medals, but in gold we're only like in 3rd place, I could live with that. Or in 2nd place in the gold count, I could live with that. But if you're saying we're up in so much in gold, but the rest of it is we're basically in lead because of gold, but our trophy count, our medal count isn't really that high. It kind of sucks because it shows like, okay, what the fuck you guys can't get through. Clearly we can't win in 3-on-3 basketball, which I don't know how the fuck we can't do that. Both the men and women, how, like why the fuck
You gotta
isn't
get in
Kyrie
touch with
Irving
Cube,
playing there?
man. You gotta get in touch
Why
with
isn't
Cube.
Jalen Brown in there? Like why aren't these NBA players playing or women NBA players playing? Like I know that's women NBA, the WNBA. Why aren't these
NBA is
people? Why aren't these
crazy.
professionals playing? Like I am tight about that kind of shit, but for me, like I said,
Hey, yeah, shout out to B because I just looked too. USA, we're actually up in medal count and gold count, so
yeah,
that's really what I'm looking for. When I think about the Olympics, and if I get to chanting America and USA like G, is when we start dominating like that. Like that's what I want to see out of the Olympics. I mean, we all grew up in the Dream Team era, right? So like, if we're being honest, like the only reason that the rest of the world is good at basketball now is because America was so damn dominant then. Like we
other
inspired other countries to be good at something unique to us. So I think that shaped how I look at the Olympics. I want domination. I want the most medals and the most gold, and that's what we're doing.
See, but I still don't believe the rest of the world caught up with us in basketball. 'Cause I think the rest of the world squad don't got a bunch of players that could even play in the G League. They probably got one NBA player, but he's not even a starter. He probably a bench warmer. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how I feel about basketball just yet. I feel like the world still haven't caught up. I feel like they
I
probably
would
got
say almost every
player.
country now could probably field at least 1 or 2 NBA players. Almost.
The interesting part about that is one of the
Mm,
better teams in the Olympics, at least on paper, was just eliminated in Canada. So
Right.
Canada with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray, Dylan Brooks, Russell. I mean, what's my boy Barrett, R.J. Barrett.
Right. They
Like
got some players over there.
they got some players, bro, and they did not make it to the next
man,
round.
they
So
got only 2 starters and a bunch of them, a bunch of bumps coming off the bench. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
but
that shit.
as far as them other countries though, they're not that deep with no NBA players. Like I said, they might have 1 or 2. Bryce just named a few on on Canada.
He did name a pretty decent starting 5, but that starting 5 ain't got nothing on the Reaper, on King James, on the greatest shooter of all time, on Ant-Man. Now these players, the ones that I'm naming, are dominant players, big money ballers, big contract
big
holders.
money ballers.
Pause. You get what I'm saying?
You're hilarious
The
for
rest
that
of
one.
these people, man, they probably got one big start in Jokic, but look, they barely even won. They won by 5 in overtime. Look how we beat up Brazil. Like, and the spread it ended at
Now
27,
Brazil
if I'm
didn't
not
have no
mistaken.
NBA players. All right, they
And the fact they gave them 20, they should have made that spread a 50-point spread.
All they had was my man Fabricio, big man from the Bulls back in the day. Everybody else, I didn't even know who these guys were.
But you see, and
But
the fact these critics want to downplay the U.S. team and man, oh, they're not gonna be ready. They're gonna be challenged, man. I don't see no one challenging the American basketball players until 3 Olympics from now.
they better not lose. That's all I know. They better play good in that gold medal game. Semifinals, France in the semifinals, U.S. in the semifinals. Looks like a crash course for them two to meet.
You think it's France, not Germany? I like Germany.
You like Germany over France?
Fuck yeah.
Nah, I think it's France.
You got to think about it. The FIBA, Germany won that.
And who's on that German squad? I mean, I know Schroeder's on there. Who else?
I don't know. I can't name you a bunch of bums from other countries that can't even play in the G League. Bunch of scrubs. I just know they got one good guy. I think in the Olympics a point guard matters, and they got a decent point guard.
So it looks like it'll be Serbia versus. Let's see.
It's gonna be Serbia versus Germany and us versus France.
We got France. Ooh, that's gonna be a matchup right there, boy. That's a hell of a matchup. I mean, you got to go against the alien.
Bruh, I'm not worried about no fucking Rudy Gobert.
He gotta win.
Oh,
Rudy
the
Gobert
alien was
sees-
Victor Wembanyama, though.
Man, they both about to see a bunch of Christmas ornaments on their face. Pause. I don't want to hear none of that, man. A bunch of bums over there, man. They don't know how to play real defense. They play that soft shit. Why we make fun of Rudy Gobert come playoff time? My man win defense awards. Come playoff time, he's nowhere near to playing that defense no more.
Man, you can't even say they play that soft shit. The whole NBA plays that soft shit. The whole NBA.
I will say,
these
though,
American niggas play that soft shit.
And that's why I love how this shit's refereed, bro. I love how the Olympics are refereed, man. They don't go for the flops. Like, Bama's be out there flopping. These refs are not calling that shit. I love it, man. Anthony Davis, I was watching Anthony Davis earlier, and he had a shot that in the NBA he would have definitely got a foul on, but it was one of those shots where he created the contact, and they didn't call it. And he was so pissed because he's so used to getting that call. But it's like, bro, this is a different way of basketball out here, man. Get with it.
No, facts, bro. Like, they get calls off of their name. Like, oh, you gonna call that because I'm Anthony Davis? Nah, bro. This is the Olympics. This is the world stage. We don't care about that. Like, I agree with you, Bryce. The way that this is getting refed is hopefully something that the NBA will take a look at and stop with the BS. Because, in my opinion, that's kind of killed the league over the last few years. Like, people have complained a bunch about the officiating in the NBA, and then it doesn't help with these little weak calls that they be giving certain players.
But that's like favoritism. You're gonna it's what you call the Jordan rule.
Yeah, but it's like getting like way out of line now, bro. Like it's one thing when you have like your star players, you got like 2 or 3. But now if you're the best player on that team and you get touched, they call a foul. That's crazy.
Sure.
Yeah, agreed.
I agree with that one. But fellas, are we really worried about us losing when it comes to the men's basketball team?
I'm not worried about it. No, not really. But I'm gonna watch. I don't think it's an automatic. I don't think it's an automatic win. Like, I think they still got to have a good game. Like, you're not gonna beat France if you have a bad game. So either have a regular game or have a good game, and you probably win handedly. But it could get ugly, bro. Styles make fights, as you know.
Very true.
The thing I've seen about this U.S. team is they're trying to share the ball, in my opinion, a little too much, to the point where it's like they don't really know. You know how they say the word "who's the alpha" on the team? They don't really know or really have a go-to guy, in my opinion.
You gotta have one of those. You gotta have a closer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. It's not necessarily meaning this guy is better, right, but you got to have a play style in those moments. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like they are still content with everybody being the star instead of like, all right, we know we're all superstars, but on this team, this is the guy. You know what I'm saying? And all the Olympic teams in the past have had that, but it's like this pecking order has not settled itself yet. And that's what worries me.
This generation is very friendly too. This is a very friendly generation Where I feel like in the past Olympics, you had a few guys that were just going to kind of take that role. Like, oh, nobody saying anything. I'm him. Like, give me the ball in the final. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with Steph and LeBron and these guys, I do feel like it's very friendly. It's kind of like, oh, you get to go tonight. You get to go tonight, and nobody really has that like definitive like this is my role on the team kind of thing.
But I
Right.
don't think
And
you
so you
need
end up
that though
playing
for
a
these
team like
guys.
Serbia where they know, all right, we go through Jokic, you know what I'm saying? Like we know how we playing. We don't care what y'all do. Like this is who we go through. This is our play style. Like so now you're playing a team with a defined style, whether some of their parts are all better than yours or not. Like the style itself, stylistically, they might just be, there to beat you. You know what I'm
Nah, I
saying?
feel you, bro. You can't take a piece of a Ferrari, a piece of a Jaguar, a piece of a Bentley, and try to make what I'm saying whatever car you want. That shit not gonna work. You got to get the pieces that mesh together.
And back in the day when Argentina used to give U.S. fits in international basketball, it wasn't that Argentina was better, or Spain used to give us fits from time to time too. And it wasn't that they had better players. It was just that they had styles that we just couldn't contend with. You know what I'm saying? Versus our style that was just like so undefined. So they better define their damn play style, or figure it out before they go against these teams that have one, because that's where it gets tricky, man. But G, to your question though, I still think they take care of business and bring home the gold medal. Yeah, but you're right.
Hey,
Wemby winning it all, especially Wemby winning it all in Paris, would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they going crazy for these Parisian athletes, even if they freaking finishing fifth or sixth, or even if they're not even, close to the podium at all, like the crowd going crazy. It's gonna erupt if Paris, or excuse me, if France somehow wins the gold medal for basketball in Paris, bruh, that shit would be crazy.
No, I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. If Wemby does win the gold medal, oh my god, the next year
that would be wild.
when he starts the season, he basically put the league on notice with the Olympics.
And you also got to think, like, to the American players, like the gold medal is nowhere near as big as an NBA championship. But
And
to
that's
like
facts.
someone from France, that shit might be on the same level to them. Like it
Yep.
might be on the same level to Wemby, like championship gold medal. It's like,
No,
you know
I
what I'm
don't think
saying?
somebody like Wemby, because Wemby knows what it is to play in the league.
I'm not saying Wemby doesn't know what it is to play in the
Not.
league. Your point
I
is
I
that
agree with Bryce.
other
I
folks
think
take it for
if you're from another country and you can get gold in basketball, bro, like for your country, and you play in the league, you're gonna be a national hero. Like they're damn near going to elect you king or president, or you know what I'm saying. They're gonna treat you, throw rose petals at your feet when you come back, bro. Like it definitely matters more, I think, to the other countries. Just even listening to us having this conversation, like we expect the USA to win. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way that they would lose is if they get in their own way. So like we expect them to win. And honestly, I expect them to win in crazy fashion. Like it needs to be by 20 plus points.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like some of these other countries just look at international competition different than us. And I think most other countries outside of America look at it different. Like we're the only, we've talked about this before. We're the only country that calls our, championships the world champions for just winning the American championship, right? So we already have this world view of our shit, but these other countries are looking at it like for example, boxers, right? You've got Olympic boxers that will not go pro. So they'll miss out on the chance to make millions of dollars, like a Lomachenko, right? And instead wait till they're in their 30s to go pro, just so they can extend their international career. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine turning down the possibility of millions of dollars just to play for free, or fight, not for free because they're getting a little more money in these other countries, but like just for a chance to win a gold medal, you're turning down millions. Like that's how much it means to some of these folks. So
Yeah, but you're
I
talking
don't
about
know.
people that live a different kind of lifestyle. You got to remember, capitalism rules in the United States. So being
That's
a
true.
being a pro athlete matters more than being an amateur athlete.
No, that's a
Nah,
fact.
I
Gold
agree with
medal
that,
turns
G.
you into Prince Hakeem in other countries. You ain't lying, bro. Like other countries, a gold medal. You come home with a gold medal, like you eating for free everywhere you go for life. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
outside of basketball, I feel like we feel that way about, like Simone racking up them gold medals is crazy. Like that's the
yeah,
kind of
Simone,
dominance I
yes.
like to see.
But you know what happens when your country wins 100? They're up in the gold. They're up in the medal count by 75, and then the number one in the gold medal count. Is you don't give a damn about the random darts thrower that just got the gold medal. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, but they got the gold medal too. And if that random darts thrower is from Grenada, you know what I'm saying? It might be up when they get home. Like, like it don't matter. Like, we don't care about our Roman Greco wrestler. I'm telling you, my man from Cuba,
Now, who was the man in the shooting competition that just walked out that
The
jump
turkeys.
casually,
The
no
turkey just
glasses?
shot.
He's got to be a legend back home, bruh.
he
He's
went crazy.
got to be a legend.
He went crazy. No gear, nothing, just out there
Bro
shooting.
just pulled up like and got silver off that, bro. Them
And then they
motherfuckers just out
asked
there
him,
with
like,
Iron Man gear.
he said, I'm a natural shooter. I don't need all that stuff, man.
Yeah, he is a natural assassin.
Hey, the internet talking about he got a cat. They said if anything happens to this man, cat is up.
Oh, he said John Wick of turkeys.
You go to some John Wick level.
That was wild. That was wild. I didn't hear that one.
Nuts.
Any
Hey,
other
while we
Olympic
talking Olympics
you
though,
want to talk about?
I did want to get y'all's opinion real quick on the controversial topic. The Algerian boxer. I don't want to mispronounce her name.
You mean he is
Iman
his name?
Aman Khalif. Yeah, I wanted to see what y'all was thinking about that one, man. Like from what I saw in the fight, like, and we can get into the like, should there have been a fight kind of thing, but like, my thing is like, it was already agreed upon, it was already approved by whoever needed to approve it. You got in the ring, you got hit, and then you quit. So you know what I'm saying? Like the other stuff everybody wants to bring into it, I'm like, all right, well, how do we get up to the point of the bell rings and now we whoa, now it's a problem that I felt a little hit. Like I don't, from what everything I've read, it sounded like it was a fair fight to me. It sounded like that person deserved to be in the ring. If they didn't, then that's something with the competition committee, whoever approves these kind of things. But the girl that she fought, I think it was, you know what I'm saying, a little drummed up. You know what I mean? Like
No,
you didn't
it's
need
all fun and games
to
to
have so many tears, right? So
me.
you agreed to the fight. You knew who you were fighting before the bell rung. You know what I'm saying? You had to know all this history before the bell rung. So why when the bell rung and you got hit, you switched it up? That's
You
my
know
take on
why? You know why, Rome? Because that shit hurt. That's why, bruh. You asked the question. I'm just gonna let you know, bruh. She got that power.
it.
She got that power. She said, "Hold up, nah, that gotta be a man. I'm done. Got that power, bruh."
It's crazy,
Wild
bro.
thing about this is, this Algerian athlete, correct, comes
Hmm.
from a very strict country where things like sex changes are not permitted, right?
Bingo.
Surgery. I should say, I don't want to name like, or I should say, sex surgeries are not permitted, right? Like, so people are talking from this like perspective of not even, they're completely out of the know, and it's sad because the way that woman was done on social media was terrible. I mean, you had
Yeah.
high profile folks running with the narrative that this person is a man, right?
But
Um,
he is a man.
no, no, let's talk about it because
Son, that's
one,
a dude,
one,
dog. That cut his
one,
dick off.
you don't get to participate in the Olympics without undergoing very, very strict screenings, right? First off. Second off, the Olympic screenings are next level to the point where they examine your chromosomes. So they decided that, like, anatomically, this
Right.
person is a woman based off their chromosomes, right? Not based off like, now the prop the where it gets funny is some of these sanctioning bodies, right? Different world championship sanctioning bodies, um, they go off of your testosterone levels, right? Which is controversial to some because you can have different testosterone levels as a man or a woman, right?
Hmm.
But they deemed that her testosterone levels were closer to that of a man at some point, and deemed her ineligible to participate in some world championship events. But at the same time, bro, if you look at her record, she got 9 losses. So somebody done knocked her out before, bro. Somebody done put some paws on her. You know what I mean? It's not like she's just some unbeatable. And did she even win it all? I don't
She
even
I
just
think
know.
she's
got
still in it. I think she's
she
still
just
in
got
it.
into the
She's got to
the
compete
gold
for
round.
silver and gold. So like, I mean, if she wins it now, bro, it's gonna be very poetic. We were just talking about people being legends in their country for winning gold. I think even if she wins silver at this point, like
But
she's gonna be goaded
how's this
in her
poetic
country
though? You're talking about a dude jumping into a woman's pool because they couldn't
because
achieve of doing it as a man.
it's not a
It
dude.
wasn't a
Like
man. They
But
they
it
never
were
is
never
a
a
dude.
man. They were never a man, bro.
There was a
That's what
man.
everybody keeps getting mixed up. It was never at one point was it a
It
man.
was a man that got it clipped off and kept his jingle bells there still after it got
Where are
done.
you getting this information, G?
That's out of
Are you just
that's the
making
Elon
up?
Musk.
Because they're saying, well,
Are
we're
you
going
just
off of
making up this entire
whatever the
scenario?
passport says now. But birth certificate said that was a man.
No, it didn't. They're born in a country where you can't be born a man and then become a woman. That's not allowed. They've never had that opportunity.
Man, like I said, that was a whole man that can't compete with men and say, well, I'm gonna start competing with the women's because I want to clip my thing off. Nah, man, listen, man.
That's not true though,
I'm
bro.
not a
We
fan
can't.
of,
We gotta be careful with those type of narratives, man.
hey, man. So why would you quit and say that this is a guy then? And I don't know what said, nah, this is a woman, which is the whole point of the discussion where it was like in limbo. Now they're trying to clear it up to have us believe this has been a woman the whole life.
Because it has been, and the girl. That's why I said the girl that agreed to the fight and it got hit in the face and then quit. She's the one who's really the most at fault. I do blame some of the high profile people for jumping on the bandwagon and letting it spread like wildfire. But you agreed to this boxing match, and if you didn't cry like a baby, then we wouldn't be here. And to Bryce's point, this woman has been beaten 9 times by other women. So like it's not like it's some unbeatable, like it's really not even that much to mix up. Like if we're being honest, she kind of looks manly to the American eye, which is why all of these Americans are running with it. But it is pretty ridiculous if I'm being honest.
I do agree, man. I do
I
agree.
don't agree.
I mean, the fact that people think the Olympics would just allow, like,
So the Olympics
and that would
allowed
have been the
cheating
first.
Russians to come in, but they say, well, you can't represent Russians, but you can keep on doing what you're doing, but with a neutral flag.
Yes,
So
no, that's interesting.
let's not
That's
act
interesting.
like the Olympics has been clean their whole time neither.
But I
Let's
guess
not
what
act
I
like
guess I
countries
guess
don't
what I'm getting
cheat
at is
just to
like,
get in all of a sudden because it gets to the point where like, oh, we're talking about sex and there changes.
but
Now we got to
no,
be all
but
PG
G,
about the shit.
but G,
Come on now, man.
my point is that like if this did was happening in the Olympics, right, where they allowed like a trans person to compete. You think we wouldn't hear about it until the match happened? You know what I'm saying? Like we would have heard
Thank
about this.
you, bro.
We would have heard about this shit.
If it was legit a trans person, bro,
Bro,
they
this
would
is
have
the same
been
Olympics that
blowing it
came
up the
out
whole
and did a
time.
You don't think we would have heard about it until the
the
actual
whole opening
match?
act, and they try to make Jesus gay. Like, come on now, man. I don't know, man.
What are you
Yes,
talking about now, dog?
yes. Oh, y'all
We
didn't
just
see
finna
that,
let
right? Y'all didn't see
we just
that,
finna
right?
hear
The
See,
opening act of the Olympics. Oh
that's what
yeah,
happens when
y'all
you start
didn't
the
see
show
that.
chanting USA.
you
Nah,
just took
man.
a
That's why I like
crazy
this whole
left
Olympic
turn.
shit, man. These some
What you
wicked
say?
peoples over there in France, man. I don't want to
Wait,
hear
what you say
this shit,
about
man.
Jesus? And are we
Man, you
referring
didn't
to
see. I
black
didn't see the
Jesus?
opening act, right?
Are we referring to black Jesus or white Jesus before we go
We're
any further?
referring to whatever Jesus these French crazy fucks going to make
Uh,
I'm a big homie gay out of nowhere just to appease to what
Wait, we
to
calling Jesus the big homie now?
because that's the big homie Jesus Christ. What you talking about? That's the big homie. What you talking? That's my big homie. It's my big homie right there. Up there, you heard? He keeps me guarded. But like I said, these are the same people
wow.
try to make fun of Jesus and try to make him gay with gay disciples out
My
of
big
nowhere as
homie.
an opening act. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. Man,
That's gonna
these
be the new
dirty
movie. It's gonna be
motherfuckers
a
in the
new
beginning
children's
in the
movie.
first place.
The
Man,
new Twitter movie gonna be called My Big Homie Jesus Christ.
That sounds
he
like some
keeps me
Tyler Perry
guarded,
shit.
man. He keeps me guarded and safe, man.
Tyler Perry got the script already, bruh.
Nah,
My
chill, chill,
big
chill,
homie
chill, chill,
Jesus.
chill. That's
My
some more
big
wicked shit
homie
over there,
Jesus.
and some more bad movies, man. Jesus
Yo,
gonna
my big
smite you,
homie
fucker.
Jesus is crazy, bro.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I don't know why that's so funny. My big homie Jesus Christ. I don't know what's
I
so
can
funny
see I
about
can see a Lil Bill character talking about that shit already, bruh.
That's wild.
Oh my gosh, man. All right, man. Enough Olympic talk.
Yeah, let's keep it pushing.
Definitely.
All right, yo, we would be remiss if we didn't start some preliminary NFL talk. Let's get it, man. A couple of news worthy topics. First is definitely my guy Brandon Ayuk. I hope you still here, B. I hope you still here, B, because we want Brandon Ayuk, my boy. T was in his feelings a bit earlier and called our group chat an anti-Niners chat, which is crazy. Because
This is the
nobody
same guy
cares.
that makes fun of anybody that has a
Nobody
mix
cares that much about the Niners to be anti-Niners, right? Except
I mean,
Niners.
I like half the team. I fuck with Trent, Ayuk, Debo. Like I like the
Bruh.
whole defense for real. Like
Yeah.
Bosa.
You know, when you tell the truth about somebody's team, though, it starts feeling like you're anti. But
No, but what y'all said? What y'all said about it
we,
in the
we,
group chat?
but we're having a conversation. Like Rome asked a question in the group chat: is San Francisco still the favorite without Brandon Ayuk?
Yes.
I said, nah, they're not the favorite. But they're still a contender, but they're not the favorite. When I said they're not the favorite, your boy T said it's an anti-Niners chat. I was like, damn, dog. Just because they're not the
Instant
favorite,
hater.
is it like
So
just because they're
so
not the favorite, it's anti-Niners? But yo, I feel like Brandon Ayuk is what made them the favorite. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Brandon Ayuk is what took that offense. Him and Christian McCaffrey combined over the last couple seasons have taken that offense to new heights, bro. Like it just like unstoppable levels. And I think for Brandon Ayuk, there's numbers out there that support the fact that he has been a unique player for them. And without him, bro, are they still gonna be a good team? I think so. Are they my favorite to come out the East? I don't think so. I don't
the
think so.
NFC.
Is
I'm
it is
my
it is a legit question because I look at it like this: like Brandon Ayuk, the last 2 seasons has been elite, right? Like these past 2 seasons are the seasons where you can hang your hat and say, "Yo, Ayuk is really that dude," and that ties directly to Brock Purdy. Now we've had a ton of conversations on the show about Brock Purdy, as has most of the sports world, on if he's really that great or if it's the talent around him. Now he's played plenty of games without Trent, plenty of games without Debo. George Kittle's been banged up. The one constant has been Brandon Ayuk. So for me, I want to say they're still top contenders in the NFC, but if they lose Brandon Ayuk, who has been consistently that safety net for Brock Purdy, I'm very interested to see how Brock Purdy moves without Ayuk. Now he weathered the storm. We said all these questions with Debo and all the other players are just named, and Purdy found a way to get through without them players. But that was in large part because he still had Ayuk. Now, if you take away a piece like Ayuk, I don't think that dismantles the whole thing, but I think he is a very, very key and important piece to what the Niners got going right now.
I would disagree with all of that. I think the more important piece for the 49ers is Trent Williams, because when Trent Williams wasn't on that lineup to be his left tackle, Brock Purdy got exposed. Ain't no Ayuk doing nothing, because there was no time for Brock Purdy to throw the ball. McCaffrey looked a shell of himself a little bit, even though he did score touchdowns during, but that's because that's McCaffrey. In my opinion, man, you trade Ayuk, there's still that favorable team. It's not like they didn't draft the receiver with the first pick overall. I I just think it's all about what they get back in return for Ayuk. Do they get another offensive line for Trent Williams, so you could have somebody else to be right behind Trent, or do you get a linebacker? It all depends on what you do with that trade with Ayuk. But I don't think Ayuk is like they're gonna fall off from grace because Green Bay. Not for nothing. I don't believe in Jordan Love just yet. Who else is there? The Rams. I mean, but that's divisional rivalry, so they're
That's
gonna give him a work.
now you're bringing up a good question, G. Because the question is like, if not the Niners, then who? So even the Niners would know Brandon Ayuk who's better. And I think the team that I instantly look at is the Lions. That's the one that I'm like, that's probably my favorite coming out of the NFC this year if Ayuk is lost.
Hey, don't sleep on the
Uh,
Rams.
but
Rams
I know it's
but the
I
Lions'
know I know it's
biggest weakness are
early.
the corners. They don't have corners.
Yeah, the Lions corners were getting toasted joint practices by Malik Neighbors with the Giants. That should make you happy, G. Your boy
Nah,
Neighbors was
nah.
cooking the
The Giants
secondary.
training camp is the UFC prelims right now, man. That's that shit over there. That's the UFC prelims, man. Y'all trying to watch some
Hey,
prelim fights?
you know what
Watch
caused
those
it though
asses.
was Neighbors cooking them boys. Them boys got in their feelings, man.
But
It
that's what
was
I'm
the
saying.
Lions secondary.
So the Lions ain't it. Who else?
I mean,
The Rams without Aaron Donald, that's still sus.
I think people are sleeping on the Rams. I think, and you guys know I'm not a Matt Stafford guy, but I think the Rams are gonna be the surprise team that nobody's thinking about right now.
I don't think that we're not thinking. I think that division, 3 teams are going to come out to go into the playoffs.
And to answer the original question, even if they trade away Brandon Ayuk, I do still think they're the favorites in the NFC. I just think is you can't deny what he's added to the team, right?
No,
So
you
if
can't.
you
But
lose
you can't make it
if you
look like
lose
he's
Ayuk, you got
the
to have a
biggest
plan.
picture. I believe
I
so.
do think if they trade with the Browns, the rumor has it that Amari Cooper will be in the trade. So if you're telling me you're trading Ayuk for Cooper and you're getting a draft pick, that's a win for the Niners.
Yeah, I'd say so. It'd be interesting to see a player for player trade happen. Rare in the NFL, right? Usually it's like
Right.
players for picks, coach for picks. You know what I'm saying? You rarely get players for players. But we're going to see, man. I think Brandon Ayuk seems to be on his way out. At this point, I'd be shocked if the Niners end up keeping him, but crazier things have happened.
Because are we really sure that even Philly could be the better team?
Philly's another one that'd be up there. They'd be up there in contention for sure.
But do you fear Philly or the 49ers without Ayuk?
Probably on
I
that.
lean 49ers. I think they got a little bit better defense. Well, actually, I know they got a better defense.
I lean Philly in that instance because I think that Philly's offense would be more formidable to me without Brandon Ayuk. I think with Brandon Ayuk, then the 49ers got one of the best offense in the league. But without him, still got an elite offense, but just not to the same level.
Yeah, I think the
But
Eagles'
what's more
offense is actually
important,
going to turn up this
Jason
year too
Kelsey
with
being
Kellen
missing
Moore.
or Brandon Ayuk being missing?
I say Kelsey.
Brandon
I
Ayuk
think
being
that
missed, bro.
Huh?
Brandon Ayuk, bro.
I say Kelsey just because it's going to be a bit of a culture shock for them. But if you ask Eagle fans, they got Big Dom back, so everything's all good with Big Dom.
Pause.
Big Dom clown ass.
For real.
I never forget Scruff walking around with a Big Dom T-shirt.
Son,
That was something that was. Hey, bro, this man put money in Big Dom's pocket. That's insane, bro.
That's wicked. That's wicked work right there. But you guys see where I'm coming from, though. Like,
Yo.
Pause.
Those proceeds went directly to Big Dom, bro.
Hey, Big Dom is a crazy name, also, bro. Like I know it's short for whatever, but like Big, that's a crazy name, bro. But that's what they call the man.
Yeah,
Like,
the wild thing about that name is I know some Big Doms. I know some.
That's wicked.
But I don't know Big Dom. No.
I don't know nothing about that. I just know some fat ass Italian dude that just do security over there.
Oh man.
But you see what I'm saying? So for me, the 49ers are still the 49ers. I don't see nothing falling off. Pause. I think they're still going to be the number 1 team to come out the NFC, and we got to go from there.
We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna if they lose Ayuk, my boy Ricky Pearsall better be ready to step up.
He should. That's why he got drafted, right?
Yeah, they re-signed.
Hey, what you think about this Steelers QB situation, man? They saying Russ been hurt. Justin Fields getting all the reps with the ones. He's looking good. Y'all think Russ is cooked, man?
Bro, Russ being hurt might be the best thing to happen for the Steelers because Justin Fields is getting reps and getting experience and getting more time with the ones. And he messed around and run with that job, bro. And that might be Mike Tomlin's master plan all along. So we'll see.
I think that I would agree with Bryce is a good thing for Justin Fields. So that way, when Russ does get benched or does get hurt, either or, Justin Fields has some kind of concept with the ones where he knows what kind of guys he can play with, who he could throw, who's going to be his favorite target.
Hey, here's my hot take for tonight, man. Justin Fields is going to start week 1. Russ is he's QB2 in Pittsburgh. He's going to sit on the bench, make what $30 million. He could have sat out this whole season, to be honest. So shout out to him for even playing. But you know what I mean? Like Justin Fields, from everything I've seen, is about to run away with this.
Let's see, because it's still training camp. He's still playing in one of the hardest defense division in all of NFL. Because he has to go against the Bengals, the Browns, and Baltimore. And that's no easy feat for this guy that played against the Vikings, Green Bay, and the Lions.
Oh yeah, there was one more rumor I seen that I saw earlier. I meant to drop it in a group chat. So I saw earlier today the Cowboys. You know they haven't paid Dak, yada yada yada. They're talking about he's gonna move. They're gonna move on from him at the end of the season. But the rumor that I saw today that I got to get y'all's thought on is they're talking already Shedeur Sanders to Dallas. They already got Shedeur replacing Dak. I got to know what y'all think about this, man. The Cowboys are in the mud, and it's only August 6th.
Did you hear about part 2 to that? So they saying it's Shedeur to Dallas, and they saying these things are already locked. They saying it's Shedeur to Dallas, and then it's Dak to New York Giants with Bill Belichick already in place there. So
I did hear the Bill Belichick to the Giants. That's crazy.
Dak and Belichick, and then Shedeur on the Cowboys. Shedeur on the Cowboys would be crazy, bro. If your dad played there, then that'd be insane, bro.
Man, y'all about to make me go out there to Dallas and start shooting shit up and start talking to Dak. Like, yo,
I hate the Cowboys, man. I rock with Shedeur.
I do not want the Cowboys to draft Shedeur. I'm glad my Commanders got Jaden Daniels. I would have been happy holding out one more year for Shedeur, but I don't want to see my man in his daddy's colors. That's gonna piss me off.
That's gonna hurt for sure.
But then you mean like Shedeur's gonna be a top 5 pick already, right? He's already like one of the top 5 Heisman to win the Heisman already right now, right?
Yeah, I think he'll definitely be a top 5 pick in next year's draft.
And put your biased feelings about Dallas to the side, right? Is Dallas really gonna be a bottom 10 team win? Like they're not gonna make their 10 wins?
If Jerry is gonna orchestrate some shit to where it's more about, you know what I'm saying, being talked about and getting on the news and being in the headlines, then they'll find their way to the bottom of the division. Because the Shedeur thing is a story. It's a all eyes on me. It's like Bryce just said. Dion is a famous Cowboy player. You know, you bring his son on that as your quarterback, as the quarterback of the Cowboys. Like Dak is in a lame duck season. They don't have fans coming to their training camp. It's the Cowboys. They're like one of the most popular teams in America. They can't even get fans to show up to camp. They need a Shedeur Sanders type player to juice that whole franchise back up. So as far fetched as it seems, because we're talking about it literally a year in advance, this time next year, Shedeur Sanders could very well be in training camp for the Dallas Cowboys, and I bet you the stands will be packed then.
Yeah, he's gonna be with them on training camp because it'll be a joint practice, but I don't think he's gonna be a Cowboy next year. I personally believe that Dak is not gonna play for Dallas after this year. If I was Dallas, I'm not paying Dak nowhere near $60 million per year. He gets lucky if he sees 50 for me. If I'm being honest, because all these guys that have been getting all these high contracts don't deserve none of that shit. The only quarterback that deserve to get paid is Patrick Mahomes because he's winning Super Bowls, Joe Burrow because he at least went to one Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts because he went to a Super Bowl, Lamar Jackson because he's an MVP winner 2 times already. Besides that, I'll even throw Josh Allen because he's been able to take these guys to an AFC Championship game. If the rest of these guys can't even get to an AFC Championship game. and getting paid all this big money, which makes no sense. So for me to pay, it'd be absurd to pay Dak above 50 mil.
Bro, the market is the market, bro.
Nah, but
Right.
at one point you gotta put a cap
Y'all
because
paid
you
Daniel
gotta
Jones
pay.
30 something.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
say y'all
that's
paid
it.
Daniel
When we get
Jones
to the
after
50,
winning a, but
But that was when the market
at the
was the
time that
market,
was like
bro.
a top 5 contract.
Bro, the market is the market. You don't get to say, hey, I'm not paying him because he's not. Bro, y'all paid Daniel Jones because the market said you had to pay him that. When Dak's up, the market's going to say he's worth a certain amount based off what he's done, and somebody's going to pay him that, bro.
Somebody's gonna pay him 50 million.
And guess what? Guess what? The team that pays Dak is going to be a better team than they were before they paid him, bro. And I think the Cowboys, when they lose Dak, they're going to realize what they had. I don't think they actually appreciate or realize what they really have there.
bro, what has Dak done for them? He only won one playoff game, maybe two, if I'm not mistaken. What do you mean?
Dak
I
has
gotta
done more
appreciate
for
that.
Dallas than Daniel Jones has done for the Giants.
No, they done the same amount for the Giants. Well, he got one more playoff game.
All right, man. I'm not having that conversation.
Come on,
I
man.
think if you think Daniel Jones has done well, come on, bro.
Come on. At the end of the day, what do we want? MVPs or we want Super Bowl trophies?
I don't know, man. You just told me to pay Lamar because he's got MVPs.
Because it makes sense to pay him that kind of money because he's only one game away from taking to the Super Bowl. He has been to AFC Championship games.
We shall see. All I know is the rumor about Shador to Dallas
It's
is a
fucking
year
nuts.
out, but I think that's a strong one. So watch for that one.
I don't want to watch it. I just think it's just a bunch of Dallas fans just trying to make up some bullshit because of what Dion said earlier last year. We're like, oh, my son is going to pick where he wants to go. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. It's rich folks talking about you. What, bro? They will not draft his son if they got to deal with this kind of shit. Or they'll let him walk. They'll let somebody else deal with that shit.
Gee, I'm telling you, somebody's gonna pay 50 million for Dak, and somebody's gonna deal with the Deion
But 50
Sanders
million
show
is reasonable, but not
to bring
60.
Shador into town
But
because it's
60
gonna
is
make you
not
money,
reasonable.
bro.
60 is not reasonable for that.
Even if it's not Dallas, wherever Shador goes, it's gonna be tickets sold, jerseys sold. Is gonna be big time.
Bro, what's boy name? Whatever Jordan Love just got, pencil Dak in for a million above that.
Just
Right. You want to talk about somebody jacking up the market. Jordan Love had played well for half of a season and shot his shot, got his bag. For the life of me, I can't figure out why Brock Purdy's still in training camp after watching that. Because he should be getting big money based off everything you just said. G, for real, for
he,
real. Like,
I think Brock Purdy's better than all those quarterbacks we just named.
could be.
What you mean could be? He went to a Super Bowl already.
If that's your only metric, then yes, he's better.
Because that's the only metric that's mattered. Because it's all about winning a big game. And then getting you to the big game and winning it. He just got outplayed by Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for the season to get rolling, man. We definitely gonna have some more hot takes. I can already see it coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Especially
little,
when they really get started, man. We got a lot of NFC East people in here. So
We already
matter of
know
fact,
going
you
to be
definitely
the
stay
bottom
tuned.
feeders, man. It's you two bums right here. What are you talking
Shut up,
about?
D. Hey, but definitely stay tuned for these next couple weeks, man, and because we're gonna be doing some fantasy football breakdowns as well. I think next week we'll start giving our early season predictions for things like MVP, breakout players, stuff like that. And then the week after, I think we'll probably start doing our fantasy football breakdowns. And they've been helpful to folks over the years, so definitely tap in with us for that. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we get out of here, fellas?
The Yankees are number
Anything
one.
else y'all want to talk about before we get out of here?
The Yankees are
Yo,
number one.
I can't wait to watch
Hold
my
up, man.
Nats beat
Well,
y'all,
no, 1
man.
second.
At the
We
end of the
gonna
month.
punish the ass. And I'm gonna put a live bet while I'm sitting next to G. We watching the
Upset
game.
alert.
You might as well give me that money so I can buy me a beer with it before you give it to some bookies. You're gonna be sick. And on your birthday too. I'm gonna look at you and be like that Simpsons that meme when it's like pathetic. That's gonna be me looking at you. Look at him, pathetic, trying to bet against the judge, the great one of the GOAT right now. You see my man, all he sees is beach balls. Bing, bing.
Give me James Wood. Give me James Wood over Judge, man.
You don't even believe that bullshit.
God here, give me James Wood all
I
day.
don't even believe that, man. And then y'all should have gave us Juan Soto. Y'all had to give him over there to the Padres for no reason.
Y'all ain't ante up. Y'all ain't had no prospects at the time. Get your prospects up, man.
We did have prospects. It's just we ain't gonna give it to you guys. Pause. That wasn't gonna get Dominguez. Now I'm feeling kind of bad. Now I feel like you gotta trade Dominguez. But
all right, well, I'll see you at the game end of the month, man. Anybody want to tap in with us in the DC area? We're going to the Nationals game, hosting the Yankees last week of the month. Tap in with us for further details, man.
and make sure y'all bring tissues for Bryce. He gonna need them.
All right, we'll see, buddy. We'll see.
And for all you national bum lovers, man. I don't know how y'all love bums, man. Shit hurts me. I love you fellas, man. Y'all, I want to treat y'all like family, but y'all wear some disgusting ass uniforms, man. It's crazy, sickening. Disease out there.
All this from the guy who literally had to come on the show with a bag on his head because the Giants are so ass. I'm gonna let you get your Yankees takes off, man, because that's the only New York team that's worth a damn.
This the new me.
The only New York team that's worth a damn. Knicks, ass. Mets, ass. Giants, ass. Jets, ass.
You guys can't beat us the last 5 seasons.
New York is so trash. They were like, damn, we need 2 sports teams because we're just trash, bro. Like maybe one of them can do good. And then y'all lost the Nets, man. Get out of here. Bunch of bums. Yankees the only thing you get to talk about. That's it.
I don't like the Knicks. The Knicks is garbage. The Knicks are the NBA version of Dallas Cowboys. I hate the Knicks. They're always optimistic.
The Cowboys win games.
Finals. Hey, talk to a Knicks fan. You think a Knicks fan is gonna talk to you how they're about to win the finals next year, which is crazy to me. They smoke a lot of crack. I don't know why.
They get it from the Giants fans.
Fuck out of here. I wonder what y'all get to be thinking y'all gonna be getting good this year.
All right, we'll see, man. We'll see.
All right.
But, hey, y'all know how we end each and every show, fellas. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.
Go Yankees.